Hey guys, what's up? Toboloco here, and today we're doing something a little bit different. Obviously, we're playing the same game, but an idea popped in my head, kind of influenced from past comments, and the thing that popped in my head today was that I wanted to do a one-star World Cup, but instead of simulating it like I've done in the past, I'm going to play a one-star World Cup and see if I can win it on Legendary difficulty. You know how it is, we always play on Legendary difficulty, and this is not your usual type of run. I've loaded it with one-star teams from across the globe, so if I missed anybody, then I'm sorry. I've picked Armenia because they are probably the best one-star team on this game. Remember, they have Mkhitaryan and they have a decent squad, and they've definitely improved in recent years. So I'm going to be Armenia. We're going to try and take them all the way to the final and see if we can win a one-star World Cup on this game. This is going to be very interesting to draw. I'm just going to skip it. So the group: Armenia, Anguilla, Barbados and Somalia. So we've had in the past some crazy runs with some of these teams, some of these one-star teams even. Anguilla obviously is one of my favourite runs of all time. It's probably one of my most popular runs, even though I did it on a quite low difficulty. This is going to be an interesting video, or interesting concept anyway, because even if I get knocked out, then you're not going to see your average winner, obviously, because it's all up for grabs. All these teams are the same rating. Like, you in a World Cup, you have your Germanys, your Brazil, your France, you know, all your 5-star teams. Then you have your middle of the road teams, sort of like Greece, Ghana, Croatia, like all those kind of teams. I guess Croatia is actually a top team. And then obviously, to fill them up, you have like the less than average teams, but the teams that can still qualify for a World Cup consistently. Sort of like, I don't know, I don't want to offend any nation, but like your nations like Tunisia and teams like that, Iran maybe as well. Like they qualify for World Cups, but they don't quite make out the group stages most of the time. They just make it there because they're good enough to make it. I think Armenia have a brilliant chance of getting out this group, and already we're on goal and we score in the 7th minute. It was just a nicely taken goal. Anguilla's defence couldn't really do anything about that. They are one of the lowest ranked teams in the world, so yeah, give them credit for that, I guess. This concept of a one-star World Cup would be quite good in real life. I mean, I don't know how you would identify small teams. I'm guessing by FIFA ranking, like maybe any team that is placed higher than 150th in the ranking can sort of try and qualify for it, I guess. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Anguilla just lobbed my keeper and Jeffers scores. I remember Jeffers, he was a good player in my run back again. But look at that. Are you kidding me? They just lobbed my keeper, like, from almost outside of the box. That's crazy. I mean, I'm hoping for some high-scoring games in this run. I'm just glad that Anguilla got on the score sheet. The closest thing we have to this one-star World Cup in real life is probably the Nations League Group D, or the Bracket D, if you like, which has like all the smaller European teams in it, and they play each other most of the time. Most of the time you'll see like San Marino versus Andorra, or San Marino versus the Faroe Islands, or something like that. And on paper, like, you think, oh, those matches would be quite boring, but to be honest, like matches like that sound pretty decent. Apart from the lack of technical ability these teams have and footballing ability, I just think that they're very wide open because most of the players that play for these kind of sides are semi-professional footballers or even amateur footballers. We draw against Anguilla, that would be very disappointing from a footballing standpoint. Armenia, I feel, are better than this team. That was lucky the defender got in front of that, because that was going straight in. The thing is, my mind, when I think I have Mkhitaryan, I think to like Mkhitaryan what he is like now, like a decent player, but obviously back here, he was just starting out, I guess. Well, that match was very underwhelming, quite disappointing. I'm a bit disappointed that I drew against Anguilla. I mean, I love Anguilla, I really do. I love them, like they're one of my favourite nations on the planet, but unfortunately it's just not good enough for Armenia, not good enough. Next match is against another Caribbean team. This time it's Barbados. And we all know how good Barbados are if you've been following the channel, because I used them in a run once and they were brilliant. They were absolutely brilliant. I mean, go and check it out if you want to, if you're curious. Cameron. I'm fairly sure I'm not even saying that correctly. I can't even speak most of the time. I swear I just can't speak most of the time. Header, and yes, it's straight in. Who cares? It's 1-0, and it's I can't even say that, man, honestly. Like, some of these names, I just can't say them or pronounce them. But he scores the header to put us 1-0 up. Head that back in, though. Pass to you again. Go for finesse. And finally, we score again. And it's 2-0. Karamian scores. And it's 2-0. I hate teams that I can't pronounce the names of. It's so frustrating. I want to win it, but at the same time, I don't. Because I want to actually accurately see who would actually win a World Cup. But I guess if I can win it, then, well, that just showed how okay I am. I mean, I don't know what the goalkeeper's doing there. That was off the post. How did you miss from 30, well, no, not even 30, 25 yards out or 20 yards out? That was crazy. The goalkeeper was off his line and he just let it roll. Uh-oh. Nurse. He's going for it. That was a great save. None of my defenders really wanted to deal with that sort of build up or the attack. Like, they just didn't want to deal with it. So far, Barbados have actually had better possession than me, and they played better than me, which is surprising because, like I said at the start, I thought Armenia were going to be a better team than most of these sides in this one-star World Cup, but I'm unsure now. I think if I go into the round of 16, I'm going to have a lot of trouble against some of the teams that made it as well. What I've noticed in these last two games is that even though Barbados are 2-0 down and Anguilla went only 1-1 against me, they're super defensive. They're very sort of like damage control sort of teams. Like, even if they concede, they just go full defensive mode, lock down against you. And I haven't been able to score a goal since the second goal went in. Well, that's it. We won 2-0 against Barbados. A decent win. Not the greatest. It was only 2-0 because they basically locked down after the second goal. But it doesn't matter. 3 points is 3 points. And that brings us one step closer to the round of 16. The last match of the group stage is against Somalia. Another team that I featured on my channel. If you want to go and check it out. I dubbed them as one of the worst teams I've ever played with. Probably a little bit dramatic from me. I feel like, well, although they were a really bad side to use, I just couldn't get them going, and I think the group as well didn't favour me at all. So maybe in the future we can do another Somalia run. But hopefully here we can beat them. Anguilla and Barbados still locked at 0-0. Decent ball. Go on. Go on. Score off the post, and it's straight in. That was a good rebound goal, to be fair. Very lucky. And this guy scores. I'm fairly sure there's two Kamayans up front, so yeah, either or, I don't mind as long as one of them scores. So far, so good with Armenia at the moment. It's been quite a slow first half. We've only got one goal and not many shots between the two sides. Nothing too threatening from Somalia anyway. Look at this press by Armenia. This is great. Here comes Mkhitaryan. Here he is. So he's been invisible pretty much all gameplay, and he goes for the shot, but it's saved. Wonderful save from the Somalia keeper. Anguilla taking the lead against Barbados. That's huge for Anguilla because that means that Anguilla could go through out of this group. And to be honest, they've been the surprise package of this group. You think that Armenia, okay, definitely would have got out of the group, even if I wasn't even controlling them. But I felt that Anguilla probably would have been a team that would have finished last in this group. We beat Somalia only by one goal. Another match where I feel like I could have done more. But again, like I said, these teams lock down when they concede goals, and it's very hard to break past them. So we got the Faroe Islands in the round of 16 for our next match, but I want to analyse the group stages, and I want to kind of analyse some of the bigger results. So is there any big results in the group? Like, I'm over-analysing this quite a lot, but I just wanted to see what one-star teams did the best in the group stages. Like, you got Botswana beating Chinese Taipei 4-0. Another noteworthy result, San Marino drawing 3-3 against Chinese Taipei. and San Marino also just losing out against Botswana in that one. In Group B, they're kind of average results really, nothing too noteworthy in that one. 3-3 in this one, Tanzania versus Malta in Group C, so that's not too bad. In this one, not really too many noteworthy results. They seem pretty normal, to be honest. Again, in this one, pretty normal results. Like I would say, like very close games. In R1, we already know about that one. I say in my group, the biggest shock was Anguilla getting a draw against me. Okay, this one, we got a big one here at the bottom. India versus Sri Lanka, 4-4. That's crazy, dude. That is absolutely crazy that those two teams, especially because they're neighbours and probably rivals, I would say, next to like India and Pakistan. Yeah, 4-4 is absolutely crazy. And what about this one? Again, nothing too noteworthy in Group H, but New Caledonia versus Bahamas 2-2. That's not too bad a result, I guess. Right then, we got to play the Faroe Islands. I mean, in the group stages, we didn't really do that well, I'd say. We were just average. We were just really average in the group stages. All the teams that I played in the group stages were competitive against me. Like, it wasn't like 3-0, 4-0. Sometimes you see in my serious runs that I beat teams like 4-0, 5-0 and stuff. But in this one, it was completely different. A lot of fouls in these first sort of like 10 minutes or so. Very, very... I'm kind of learning a lot about these one-star teams, that they foul a lot, they defend quite a lot as well, which is what you would expect, really. I mean, 5-star teams like tackle you very cleanly half the time, but it's actually more frustrating to be tackled and fouled by a 1-star team than it is than a 5-star team, I'm finding out. It's a lot harder, maybe because in my mind I'm like, I should be beating this side, but I'm not. I'm struggling at the moment. Go on, get past this guy. See what I mean? It's very defensive. This whole World Cup is a very, very defensive World Cup. And a lot of fouls in there as well. This is what we're up against. Crossed in, go for the header. Go on. Oh, it's dipped in. That looping header. And just before half-time, Karamian scores. And it's 1-0 to Armenia. That was a well-deserved goal, to be fair. I mean, it was a little bit lucky because it looped into the back of the net from a header. But yeah, I mean, brilliant stuff because we held on. They were super defensive, constantly fouling me. I was constantly fouling them, and we find ourselves 1-0 up before half-time. Good cross, but nobody there yet again, and we couldn't even get the header off. This is what I mean, like. It's been very hard to assert myself in this game. Although I got the goal, I feel like it was through luck more than anything. And we can still concede at this point. Our players are tiring out. Yeah, I was about to say, but he missed an absolute sitter and the fans are going wild. They can't believe he missed from there. I can't believe it either. I even thought, I just went like, yep, like he scored sort of thing. It would have been perfect timing, but no, thankfully, we were safe on that one. Jesus, how many fouls do you want, game? Like, it's the 90th minute and there's been like 3 fouls in this. Like, it's just been crazy. Like, how many fouls there are because these teams can't tackle each other. I go through with a 1-goal lead and only a 1-goal victory. And to be honest, again, not very impressive. Not impressive at all from Armenia. But it will do. I'm finding out a lot about some of these 1-star teams that they love a foul, they love to waste time as well, and they're ultra defensive. So, I mean, this could be one of the harder World Cups that I've actually won, to be honest, because it will definitely be one of the most low-scoring World Cups I've ever done. Who have we got next then? Who's our next opponent? It's the Comoros. Okay, well, that's quite interesting. Comoros versus Armenia in the quarterfinal. Who advanced then? So, Botswana beat Yemen 3-1, Liberia beat Haiti 1-0, and you've still got Hong Kong versus Tanzania to come up. So you've got Botswana versus Liberia in the semi-finals. Here we go then, quarter-final time against the Comoros. Let's see if we can dump them out of this World Cup and go to the semi-finals with Armenia. It's been a very low-scoring affair. and I've kind of expected it now. So I don't think I'm going to get too many goals against this side, especially now that they've reached the quarterfinals as well. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe Armenia are due an explosion of goals. The tackles are coming in thick and fast for both of these sides. The Comoros have actually played very well. Like, they've been really, really good. Their passing is so decent, and just a shame about the shots. I keep getting shut down immediately, and I don't feel my team are getting any bigger, any faster. They're not getting any stronger, and maybe that's because I haven't beaten any bigger sides. So I'm constantly against smaller sides, and the form just hasn't really been there. Corner again to Comoros. What are they going to do here? They whip it out. Go on, go, get it, get it. Oh my god, why are you not getting that? Why are you not getting that? And it's Ali with the goal in the 52nd minute to bring Comoros 1-0 up against Armenia. Quite a surprise, really. Why didn't the goalkeeper get it for a start, and why did my defence not react to it? I feel like the Comoros just really, really pressing me at the moment. Very hard to deal with some of these one-star teams. Like, I would actually say, oh my god, are you kidding me? He just scored that? Are you kidding me? I want to watch that again. That was ridiculous. That was just like the best goal I've ever seen against me. Well, one of the best goals anyway. Look at that. How cocky was that? He is so confident in his ability that he can just go, yeah, that was actually amazing. And from another deflected shot from the keeper, we go 2-0 down, sorry. And look at that. It's like a little back heel, cheeky as you like, and it goes straight in. I mean, give them props for that. That was actually a really good goal to concede. That's got to be one of the best goals of the tournament. I mean, I'm a little bit... I'm not annoyed that I'm 2-0 down. I'm just really surprised at how good Comoros are in this game. Maybe they could be secret OP and they just fouled me in the box. This is a penalty situation for Armenia now. The game's getting exciting and hopefully we can score it. Can we score this penalty? Oh my god, are you kidding me? Like, he just saved that. Like, made it look so easy. We haven't really been able to assert ourselves in some of these games. Oh, that goal was just brilliant. Absolutely amazing. The way that flew into the back of the net and Voskanian scores, I'm guessing that's how you say it, and we make it 2-1. We're only a goal behind now. Oh, look at that ball. It's just a shame that he couldn't control it. He still kind of got it though. Can he make the comeback? He has! It's 2-2. It's 2-2 to Armenia. They've shown up. Literally 2 goals in the space of 2 minutes. And Armenia have dragged it back. What a great game at the moment. 2-2. This is what I was hoping for when I started the video. I was hoping for a video like this with lots of goals. And just a shame that up until this point it hasn't happened. But maybe this is the turning point. They've had 10 shots. I've had 8. That's pretty wild. You don't see games like that too often on Legendary. Comoros pressing, and I can't get anywhere near him. They go for the shot. That was just a wasted opportunity for them. They could have taken the lead. I would have been out 100% there, because all they would have done is just lock down their defence, and I would have been out of this World Cup. Crossed in. Can he do it? Header. Oh, just over the bar. What are you playing at? And it's probably, yes it is, it's going to penalties now. The first nation, a one-star nation to drag us to penalties. Here we go, first penalty, and we score it. Nicely done. Right, it's the Comoros' turn now. We just need to hope that we can beat them here. Come on. We can do it. Bakar. Oh, he scored. That was a wild penalty. I thought I saved it, then it just bounced off the bar and went straight in. Okay, Mkhitaryan. Let's see if you can score a penalty now. We're going to the left, and yeah, nicely done. It's 2-1 on penalties. Comoros' turn next with Mitadi. What can he do here? He puts it over the bar, and now we've got the advantage. Here we go then. Voskanian. Can we put this in the back of the net? Yep, we can. Very easily done. And we double our advantage here. Here comes Damin, or however you say it. He scores. Nicely done. Here we go then. Let's see what this guy can do. He goes for the cheeky chip. I knew that would work. That was fantastic. Okay, now they need to score this to keep themselves in this World Cup. What can they do here? Are they going to crash out? Or are they going to score this crucial pen? They scored it. Our turn now with Pashayan. Can he score? Oh, I accidentally missed that. That was stupid. He slips over just like John Terry in the 2008 final. And they have a brilliant chance to bring it back. Okay, well, we just had our John Terry moment. That was so stupid. I don't know what happened with my timing now on the bar. And they put it over the bar as well. And I'm fairly sure they lose. They do. We got lucky in that one. We're on to the semi-finals. Here we go then. Hong Kong versus Armenia. And this is a big match for both of these sides in this semi-final. We're guaranteed fourth. So if we get knocked out here somehow, then at least... then we'll have the third place playoff match to look forward to. I've done well. I mean, we've progressively and slowly got better throughout the tournament. I feel like we've been very consistent, even though that consistency hasn't been that great. Although that last match against the Comoros was a brilliant comeback. No, get rid of it. Hong Kong, I've got it. Can we just get in front of that? Okay, they score early on. Good goal by Hong Kong, exploiting my terrible defence. And in the 5th minute, they score. We need to get back in this game. I don't want to get dumped out in the semi-finals. Crossed in again by Hong Kong. They're really aggressive at the moment. And they almost score again. They're blitzing me at the moment. Come on, score. You've got to score here. Unlucky. I feel like we're in big trouble at the moment. I mean, like, okay, we went for on goal there, but it took me about 30 minutes to do it. It feels like Armenia haven't really got the desire to go forward most of the time. Although, here we go. And that's a goal. Nice one. I criticise them, and they finally do something. The mark of a good football manager. And it's 1-1 in the 34th minute. Through ball here. That's a great opportunity. Hopefully it's not offside. It doesn't seem like it is. He should have shot way earlier than that. I pressed the button. Some of these halves have been super competitive in terms of possession and defensive play. I just can't really sort of get my head around it. Because when I do a usual run with a 1-star team against 5-star teams, I always tend to have better chances. It's got to be something to do with the form, surely. Let's just have a look at the form a sec and just see if I'm right about it. Yeah, the form, okay, it's in the 70s and 80s and that, but most of them are just average. Some of these players are just on average form. So that's probably why we're not doing as well. But every match has been such a struggle. Such a struggle to get past some of these teams, and it's been crazy, absolutely absurd, how some of these teams have just shut me down and just defensively and fouled me right out of the game. So extra time yet again in a semi-final situation. We need to get it done. I mean, it's been so, dare I say it, it's been quite a boring match, to be honest. We haven't done a lot. And it's just a shame that we haven't really broken Hong Kong down. Although we have a chance here and we score finally. And that was a defensive error that made us score. Karayan, again, proving very good in this World Cup. Scored some crucial goals. A bit of a defensive error there. 2 players went in for the tackle. Goalkeeper didn't even properly save that. Crossed in by Hong Kong. They still got it on the edge of my box. Still there. They cross it in, headed away. They still got it. They're so, this is what I mean, guys. They're just so, attached to you. They're just all over you half the time. But it's fine. We beat them here. And we march to the final where we meet one of the 2 teams, either Botswana or Liberia. So, Liberia reached the final with Armenia. Of course, I was controlling Armenia, but we had some close calls in that one. And I feel like I've done well. Even though it's only a 1-star World Cup, I feel like I've done well to get to the final. Considering that most of these teams have played absolute defensive out of their minds against me. It's really just numbed my mind at the moment. I'm literally half asleep at the moment. Because I just can't believe the amount of defence that's happened in this whole gameplay. And I hope Liberia don't do that, but I know they will. Get slide tackled there. Brilliant stuff. Liberia's kit looks like Crystal Palace. They really do look like Crystal Palace. Maybe they are Crystal Palace in disguise. Half the time, most of these teams are just time wasting. They just knock the ball around without any purpose. At least Hong Kong actually did something on the ball when they were trying to attack me. But most of the time, like, it's just a ginormous time-wasting session. Why call for the ball and then just run away from it? I don't understand. Some of this football is the worst football I've ever seen on this game. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, what's happened in this game recently to make me feel like I'm doing absolutely terrible? And another foul for no reason. Like, come on, ref. Let the game flow. I skipped past him. That was a brilliant move. Unlucky. That was another good chance that we should have scored. Even though it's been a little bit dead, this whole game, it's been extremely competitive. Both sides having a go at each other. Oh, that's a red card. That has to be. You literally slid me out. And yeah, red card. Hopefully now this makes it a lot easier for me to score. I'd love to score in normal time. Don't troll me this time. Literally just take it in the box. And smash it in. It's 1-0. And in the 82nd minute or whatever, Chatrian or however you say that, scores possibly the winning goal. A basic goal, but we'll take it any day. This game has been so boring up until this point. Crossed in. Keeper, why did you do that? Why did you do that? That was the worst save in the world, and you pump yourself up like you made the greatest save in the world. You really didn't. You should have just picked it up. Oh, they got it. They go for the shot. Pings off the goalkeeper's gloves, and that was very close. And I think that's it. Armenia have won the one-star World Cup. We did it. We won a one-star World Cup. Now, I'd just like to review what's happened in the video, because a lot of things would be cut out and chopped and changed. Of course you would. You only see the good bits. On paper, this World Cup sounds like a lot of fun. But, as I've said quite a few times during this run, that it's been a defensive masterclass for most of these teams. Like, from the group stage to, I'd say, the quarter-final at least, we only had like 1-0 victories and 2-0 victories and stuff. The only game that really gave me much of a scare was against Comoros. Comoros gave me the biggest scare of it all, and that was a brilliant game. But that was only one game. This final was pretty dead, to be honest. It was a dead final, and that's because these one-star teams on these games, when you're playing them, most of the time, they'll just defend, and damage control against you. So if you score a goal against them, they'll just sit back and aggressively defend against you, and it's not fun. But on paper it was fun, and at least we won the World Cup with Armenia, a one-star World Cup. So maybe in the future we could do a 2-star World Cup. You know, teams are only 1.5 star and 2 stars, and maybe a 3-star World Cup to 3.5 stars. I don't think there's much point doing a 5-star and 4-star World Cup, because that's literally just a normal World Cup. But anyway, if you did enjoy this video, and I really hope you did, because it was a very long experience for myself, then give it a like and subscribe. Keep it loco as always, and I'll see you again for the next video.